you have about question number C. Differentiate between the following. First is common era and circa. You can see on the board, children, I have mentioned there date, chapter 1, and first is history. As we are learning about history, so when you start with question number A, that is from the fill in the blanks, you should write about the date whenever you are starting your work. Then you begin with chapter 1 and you write that subheading, that is history, and you write the heading, that is where, when and how. Okay, then you start with your fill in the blanks. Now you come to question number C, number 1A, that is common era. Now see, what is common era? The period after which Jesus Christ was believed to have born. This is common era. As I have asked you about differentiate between common era and circa. So what is the meaning of circa? Circa means, it means approximately and used in places where exact dates of events are not known. That means what is meaning of common era? You can write the period after which Jesus Christ was believed to have born, and circa you write it means approximately and is used in places where exact dates of events are not known. Okay. Now next you have prehistory and history. Number 2 you have prehistory and history. Prehistory, you can see there 2 points I have mentioned there. First is, it is a period of human development when writing had not been invented. Okay. And second is, it is mainly researched by archaeologists. This is about prehistory. And then you come on history. That is, it is a period for which written records are available. And number 2 is, it mainly studied by historians. You can see the points. Number 2, it is number 1 of history is what is the number 1 point of history? It is a period for which written records are available, and number 2 is, it is mainly studied by historians. So these 2 points you can mention in prehistory and history. Next question you have of question number 3, that is secular literature and religious literature. What is secular and what is religious literature? You can see on the board, secular literature includes all written texts that are non-religious in nature. I repeat, secular literature includes all written texts that are non-religious in nature, and religious literature means religious literature includes all texts that deals with religion. Okay? That means secular means non-religious and religious means what? Religion, that deals with religion. Okay, you can write these 2 points of secular and religious literature. Next question you have of number 4, that is manuscript and inscription. What is manuscript and what is inscription? You can see on board that manuscripts is a handwritten documents written on palm leaves or birch barks. Okay, manuscript. And what about inscription? Inscriptions are writing carved out on hard surface like stone, copper plates and rocks. So you can see manuscript, handwritten documents written on palm leaves or birch barks, and inscriptions are written carved out on hard surface like stone, copper plates and rocks. So these 2 things, manuscript and inscription, differentiate you can write from here. Fine. Now moving to question number D, you can see a make a timeline. See, last class I have already told you how to frame a timeline or how to draw a timeline. Some dates are mentioned here. Mark the following dates on it. You have to make a timeline and you have to put these dates. If you have not understood, again I'll repeat today how to draw a timeline. You can see that. You can see on the board, children, timeline are drawn in how? See how we have to draw a timeline first. First, some dates are given to you, that is 300, 200, 100 and 1 CE. As you know, BC comes in forward, so I have written like this. It means it comes in backward. Sorry, BC comes in backward, that is 300, 200 and 100. It will be in backward form, and 1 CE will come in the middle. Okay, that is after the birth of Jesus Christ. Got it? So this is the way you have to draw a timeline. You can do first, try by yourself, then if you cannot do, then you just see from the board and you can copy it down. Okay, and after when your school will reopen, we can have one more class about this timeline. Now after timeline you have answer in 1 word or 2 sentences. Okay, should be in 1 or 2 sentences. First one is your what is history. You can see on board what is history. The answer is written there. The word history is derived from the Greek word historia, meaning a narrative of past events. Historia is a written account of past events. Okay, so you can write this answer. What is history? The word history is derived from the Greek word historia, meaning a narrative of past events. Historia is a written account of past events. Okay, you can write this answer of about history. Your number 2 question is, who is an archaeologist? This question we have already learned, who is an archaeologist, and this is also there in your new word. You can learn from your new words. The answer is given there. You can see the answer once again. Archaeologist is a trained scholar who excavates sites and analyzes the objects found there in order to reconstruct history. I repeat, who is an archaeologist? Archaeologist is a trained scholar who excavates sites and analyzes the objects found there in order to reconstruct history. Next you have, what are the two kinds of literary sources? Very easy. What are the two kinds of literary sources? I think you know the answer. So what is the answer? Literary sources are of two main types. They are religious and secular. Okay. So literary sources are of two types, that is religious and secular. The last question is about oral tradition. They have asked you, what is oral tradition? See here, oral traditions are message, okay, are message that are transmitted orally from one generation to another through stories, songs, chants and dance, and etc. You can write there etc. Oral traditions are message that are transmitted orally from one generation to another through stories, songs, chants, dance, etc. Okay, you can write this. Oral tradition means the things which was done orally. Okay, they used to transmit different kind of songs, different kind of chants. Chants means, you know, mantras. The different kind of mantras the gurus used to give to the disciples, and that was been forwarded from one generation to another. That was known as oral tradition. Okay. So with this, today I'll complete my class. Next class we'll be learning only about, or we'll be doing this exercise, answer in paragraph. Okay, so this will be done in another class. Till that, you complete all your works, whatever it has been done today. You fill it out in your copy. Okay, and after, when your school will be reopened, then your copy can be checked out, because some of you are asking me that when the copies, how the copies will be checked. So it will be checked after when the school gets reopened. So I conclude my today's class. Bye-bye.